In ages past, it was accepted that humans were the only species capable of emotion, particularly deep emotions. However, as science advances, we can clearly see that out in the ocean, there are organisms that might feel as intensely as humans. Despite their reputation, killer whales are some of the most emotional creatures in existence. The depth of orca emotion. The pod is the center of life for orca whales. These creatures rely on the daily social interaction and family environment the pod provides. Orca families never separate. The pod includes an established matriarch and all of her offspring. They take care of the calves and attend to the pod's needs. Male orcas never leave their mother's side and die shortly after them. The pod is also strategic, allowing whales to hunt and travel in a group. This provides a functional way to obtain food to support the pod and keeps each member healthy and safe. Orcas genuinely care about the well-being of their loved ones. Orcas are extremely selfless, often feeding and caring for injured or ill pod members before themselves. The bond between a mother and her calf is unique. However, in captivity, mother orcas are often separated from their calves. Upset mother orcas have been known to make long-range vocalizations to try and reach their children, and often become sullen and difficult after separation.
Long-range vocals. She was trying something that no one had even heard before, looking for Takara. That's heartbreaking.
One orca mother painfully watched her calf die right after being born. She carried her baby on her back for 17 days and almost 1,000 miles. Expert Yulan Ubeda explains that previous studies suggest that the mother's contact with the lifeless body could be important for her to make a psychological adjustment to the death of her baby. So, orcas can feel happiness, sadness, or love. What exactly allows orca whales to experience these complex emotions? The similarities between orca and human brains lead us to believe that they can experience emotions the same way we do. Furthermore, the brains of toothed whales and dolphins are significantly larger than those of any non-human primates and are second only to human brains when measured with respect to body size. The limbic lobe is the part of the brain that controls emotion and memory. The orca's limbic lobe consists of 3 parts, whereas humans only have 1. Orcas actually have an enlarged limbic lobe, suggesting they might feel emotion more intensely than we do. Orca brains also contain specialized cells called spindle cells, which regulate emotional states and are used to process empathy and social organization. Spindle cells were believed to be unique to humans and primates, until further examination revealed that many cetaceans, such as the killer whale, also have them.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Whales are social animals that will form bonds with humans. SeaWorld orcas were originally in petting pools and were free to interact with the guests as they pleased. This limited freedom, if it can even be called that, allowed the whales to willingly play all day. In fact, it appeared that the orcas learned which of their behaviors resulted in negative human responses and avoided those behaviors in the future. Initially, killer whales were eager to learn and forged relationships with their trainers, who fed them, played with them, and took care of them. The trainers felt attached to the killer whales as well. Former SeaWorld trainer John Hargrove expressed, "I believe in something greater and deeper about orcas. Every time a killer whale looked me in the eye, I saw intelligence shine through and felt his or her emotions." Although some orcas may have felt affection for their trainers in the beginning, the whales were forced to obey commands and constantly perform. Whales were deprived food or attention if they did not perform well. This factor caused many orcas to become frustrated and even aggressive towards their trainers, whom they had formerly loved. 4 brutal human deaths have occurred due to whale captivity. These orcas are simply revolting against their forceful captivity by taking it out on our trainers. Former SeaWorld trainer Jeff Ventry said, "What we've seen in these injuries to people is a direct byproduct of the stress associated with captivity." It is very rare to see aggression between pod members in the wild, but in captivity, it is a common occurrence. Whales will bump, smack, and bite each other in the fight for dominance. This is the exact opposite of pod behavior in the wild. Naturally, orcas are not known to attack humans. Wild orcas have even been known to protect them. In the documentary Killers in Eden, a pod of orca whales help Australian fishermen catch other whales and even protect them from sharks.
If you're hunting a 70-foot whale, humans are likely to end up in the water, killer whales are likely to end up near harpoons. So there had to be some level of trust between the two species. We tend to think of trust as a very human emotion, but it's not that uncommon in the animal kingdom either.
Although dubbed killer whales, these gentle giants have shown high levels of emotional feeling and intellect. Rather than simply just kill, these beings think, love, question, and explore the world around them. Even though some humans treat killer whales as devoid beings, the emotions of orca whales are as deep as the blue sea they inhabit.